I guess what I'm getting to the financial aspects of it, making a living at it, because everybody can't make a living playing music. The gigs are far and few.
That's true. One thing first, as a parent, I would say is this. Don't advocate for your child to play the instrument that you play. Advocate for them to play whatever instrument that they're going to be good at, that they're going to have the discipline to, and then have the passion for. And once that propels, then you're at a position to where they'll love it, and you won't force it on them. But at the same thing, like it's basketball. If you're going to pay $120 for a pair of Nikes, make sure you go beyond paying $120 for your kid an instrument. And what I advocate is this, since we're on avocation, is that put your child with someone that's going to give them the whole scope of the instrument, that's going to give them the scales, their arpeggios, that's going to give them the whole works, not just playing from the aspect of church to where we learn in church, or you learn outside of church and then you go to church to perfect your instrument. You got to perfect your instrument at home, and then once you've learned the basis of your instrument from top to bottom, then it's a thing to where you can go in any sector, be it country. And you and I, James, we know people that have been in folk music and been in jazz music that have left Virginia, come to Nashville, and on one of the largest country gigs there is, playing drums, keeping a pocket, and they love them. So here it is that no matter what it is, it's rap, or whether it's R&B, whether it's jazz or gospel, you got to learn your instrument, and you got to learn your music, that's for certain.
Well, getting back to the $120 pair of Nikes, that leaves me out. You know how many pair of shoes I get at Walmart for $120? Well, y'all, but unlike Butch doing so well. Check him out, y'all.
Don't start.
Look at him.
Oh, don't start.
Hey, what you call them, man?
Man, actually, these are antelope, man. I'm trying to keep up with you, man.
Who?
Huh?
Shoot.
That's not Walmart, man.
Man, I go right to Payless, baby.
Come on,
but,
man.
Hey, I go to Payless, but I'm going to have me some money for the Bahamas. Hey, I'm going to leave it alone. Let's say cats go out. Man, how can you be on tour? Now, you say you on tour, you make $600 a night. And that's pushing it. But just say you make that, all right? You got bills back home. You on the road, you buying $200 pair of Nikes and all this mess. Get back home and your electricity off.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I've heard horror stories, man, and then too, you know, I've been a victim of circumstances and situations. Won't call any names. Man, dedicated to the ministry, played 6 services a week.
Yeah.
Was there, man, at all point in times. And I got sick, man. Had surgery on my bile line, my liver, my pancreas, had my gallbladder removed, and I laid up, man, for about 3.5 months.
Yeah.
And you know yourself, you know, you even sent me money when I was sick.
Man, you could have kept that to yourself, dog.
But, you know, I'm appreciative, man. I'm true to it. You know, no matter who it is, I'm true to it. And man, there's been negative things said about me, about my playing. I couldn't play. I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And the very same people, man, that have made comments are in a position now to where they're wondering, they're scratching their head, how am I doing what I'm doing?
Right.
And the thing of it is, going through that hurt and that turmoil was a situation, man, to where no one ever came from the ministry to visit me. And, you know, family were destitute, vehicles about to be repossessed, losing a $483,000 house, the whole 9 yards. Been there. But, man, I want to give respects, I want to give honor and kudos to a couple of gentlemen, man. One is Andy Chrisman of the group For Him, which is a national Christian group that dispersed, not because of anything, animosity or anything like that between the group members, but it's just their time, their season was up. Andy Chrisman is actually the praise and worship leader, administrator of music at Willie George Ministries, which is located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Marcos Cruz is actually the MD there. So these are guys that are polished, that have been on the road for years, but it brought me into an element of excellence, man, to even take my gift further and learn more than just the funk, learn more than just the chords and the tap and all that kind of stuff, to propel me into the business aspect, to where now I have gigged so much in the last 2.5 years than I have ever gigged in my life. I'm in a position to where I turn down gigs because I turn down more gigs than I accept. One reason is that, not that I have, my kids are that young, you know, my youngest boys are 9, 12, and 15, then I have the oldest too. But it's a thing to where I've conditioned myself from the mental aspect and the playing aspect to have the discipline and to know what's good spiritually. And you know, you all can trip out and say this and that. If it's pain, I'm going to take it. But a lot of times you can take something and think you're going to get one thing, you get there, and you got something totally different. And then I got to look at the aspect of, if the anointing is not on it and God is not pleased with it, I'm not touching it.